by. Here we go. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Dave. How are you this afternoon?
It's Friday, man. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out there, even though it's cool and windy, but it's still a pretty day. Any day you see sunshine like that, it's a good day.
Absolutely. It's not even that cool. It's 68 degrees out there now.
Oh, really? Well, I guess the wind chilled me a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the winds are gusting up around. We've had gusts up to 28. I've seen gusts off to the west of us up in the 30s.
Yeah, see, our,
So,
our wind meter in there measured 22 to somewhere 22, 25 miles an hour a little while ago. So
yep.
I'd forgotten that wind meter was in there. But anyway, yeah, we've got a lot of things to go over real quick. We don't want to spend all day on it because after all, it is a nice afternoon. We want to get out of here and enjoy the rest of it. A lot of folks on with us. I see Debbie Soxy's on saying hello. Chris D. praying things do not get as bad next week. And I agree. I hope not either. And then Connie Cancer says, hello, David Mark. And George says, hello. And let's see here. Tammy Gamble, hello from Madisonville. Paula Wagner, hello from Dawson Springs. And our good friend Linda McElrath's on. We know we're going to make a trip to Mount Shasta just for her. But,
Absolutely.
But she says, good evening, David Mark, and all my buddies. And yeah, we're all friends on here. It is nice to see everyone. And our good friend Dave is on with us. Says, hello, David Mark, still watching from Huntington, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
good friend Dave. I hope he is doing well. And Dave, still waiting to get a visit from you. Mary Vorvis says, hello, David, Mark, and everyone. And Anna George says, howdy, David and Mark. Judy, excuse me, I almost got choked up here. Judy Bennett says, hello, David, Mark. Nice to see you today. Jackie Mathis says, hello, everyone. Hi, Jackie. And she got to come see the place a little while the other day. We're glad to see her in here.
Yep.
Sharon Catlett says, blessings, David Mark. Jamie Kane says, hey. I love the way they express themselves so good. And there's Paula Church, Amy Crabtree, who just left, I will say. They had a nice visit with us and getting ready for the potential severe event. Kickin' Chicken. Hello, everyone. Watching from Rough River Lake. And Veronica Jones says, hello, Fairview. What in the world happened? Oh, I guess he might have had the wind blow the door open, too, anyway. Miss McCall, hey, from Russellville. There's Harley. Hey, Harley. She says, hello, y'all. So everybody say hello to Harley. Teresa Joyce, hello from Aurora, Kentucky. And Lisa M. Taylor says, hello, hi from Adairville. Thanks for your service, and it is certainly our pleasure. A lot of you are watching us over on the Weather and Wisdom Facebook page, and we are certainly glad to have you with us as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you would go over to the YouTube channel itself and hit subscribe. It may ask you for a email address. It's good to give it. They're not going to charge you nothing. It's just a way for them to keep up with our numbers. And so I would appreciate if you guys could hit the subscribe button and the like and the notification. And it does help the channel quite a bit. And Treva Luna, I swear my mouth is not working. I've talked way too much today. Teresa Joyce, hello from Aurora. And let's see. Carolyn Jones, Camplin, good evening. Very windy in Muhlenberg County. Boy, that wind is howling out there. I tell you.
It is.
And Treva Luna Grace, hey, from Katie's. And thank you for all you do. And we're certainly glad to do that. And Jackie, of course, says, David Mark, thanks for the visit the other day. And we were really glad to have you, Jackie. Glad you got to see everything. She got to experience our lightning room. Man, did you notice her dozing off a little bit as that thunder and lightning hit?
Yeah, everybody does.
I know. April Dawn Haley is saying hello, and Paula Wagner. I watch you guys on YouTube and Roku. Well, thank you, Paula. That's very nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we are. If you get you get YouTube on Roku. So if you have a Roku TV, pretty easy to dial us up and get us on where you can watch us in all our, all of our. What's the word I'm looking for? All of our glory? Is that what it is? Anyway, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I know. Whatever it was. Jackie Mathis says that feature was cool. And then Bill Millander says, "Afternoon, David Mark. All of you are good friends. We love to have you on here. We thank you for being with us." So we've got some things we're going to have to face coming up. We talked about the severe possibility. At least I did in a Facebook post I did last night, and I told everyone that the threat was increasing, that probably would expand. And of course, today, as we look at the Storms Prediction Center, it has expanded and now includes all of Western Kentucky. In fact, let me just go over to that. Hang on just a second. Let me make sure I've got everything called up right. And I will show everybody where the area is right here.
There we go.
Yep. And so you can tell, last night it was up to the Tennessee border and didn't go any further. Now they've expanded. We now cover all of Western Kentucky. And then we've got this area of enhance that's back here that covers the far west purchase area and over into southeastern Missouri and eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, down here into northern Louisiana. Mark, explain what they're seeing there.
Okay, well, we do have a front coming in then. We'll have a front move through tonight, but it'll be a dry front. Our highs tomorrow here will only be in the upper 40s and then maybe only in the middle 40s for Sunday.
Yep.
And we'll continue to be very breezy. The winds will just shift around from the south up to the northwest. We'll start to warm up a little bit on Monday. And then Tuesday, as this starts to move into us, we'll see our rain chances go up. And the dynamics for this system are looking pretty strong. Again, more to the south of us where that enhanced area is, but again, starting to move up into our area.
Yeah.
And what it'll be is coming along ahead of a cold front coming in. And all they're saying about it right now is that all modes of severe weather are on the table as a possibility with it. So again, they're going to be watching it closely, and we're going to be watching it closely to see if it gets stronger or it gets weaker.
Well, I agree with you. I'm not too hot on the severe. I don't. Always your first severe event of the season is a little bit apprehensive about it. You kind of, the hackles on the back of your neck kind of burr up when you see something like that. But in reality, it is, for much of the area, a slight risk, which is not real high, but still, there's that threat there. And I'm sure that most of us will see some storms. How strong or how severe is yet to be determined. And this is not in concrete yet. This is, what is this day? This is a day, what is this? What day is it? 4 through 8? This is day 4
Yeah,
now.
it's on the 4 through 8, and
Okay.
that's day 5 of it, which would be Tuesday.
So that would be Tuesday. And
Tuesday into Wednesday.
yeah. Eric Brake says, wind is blowing in the next storm today. And then Robin 0213 says, significant and severe were the two words you used. Well, yeah, because that's the wording that the Storms Prediction Center puts out. They said it's a potential for a significant severe event. So, yes, that is correct. Now, does that mean it's a for sure thing? No, it does not. In fact, I wouldn't get too tore up about this just yet. It is a little bit apprehensive to be well, I think it'll be in really Tuesday afternoon, after 3 o'clock, I think, Mark, right?
After 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. And then hopefully the models are showing right now it moving out of the area by midnight or a little after.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see because that's still, like we say, several days out.
And of course, most of you know we hate these nighttime events. It's the most dangerous time for our storm interceptors, our spotters. It's really dangerous for all of us. But, we've been through this before. It's not like it's anything different. And I can almost promise you most of us are going to be just fine, maybe all of us. It's just, but you can't rule out the fact that you could get a severe storm. So, anyway, don't worry too much just yet. Let me see what else we got here to choose from. I want to look at the model. And it's just started. We're not going to look at much of this because it's just started. So,
yeah, unless you want to go back to the 12Z.
Yeah, let's do that. It might make it a little easier to see everything. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. This is at 6 p.m. this evening. And as we move forward, there's midnight. Hard to believe tomorrow is March 1st. I mean,
I know. The the year's already starting to fly by.
It is, and of course the winds have been picked up. So I mean, it's typical of March. We get a lot of wind in March, and but this is because cold front's coming through. And as you can see, here's the 540 line. So at 6 a.m., it's going to be pretty chilly across the area, with temperatures hovering near 32, but certainly probably be some frost on your windshields. So take time to clean them off. And as we move forward by noon, it's still going to be chilly. Tomorrow doesn't look like it's going to get warm at all, does it, Mark?
No, as I said, tomorrow our high is only supposed to be in the mid to upper 40s. Now they're saying 46, and then about 44 for a high on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, this is 6 p.m. And here again, this is midnight, and here is 6 a.m. on Sunday. And you see the cold is still here. It hasn't changed. Any of the temperatures aren't going to change a whole lot.
Yeah, the overnight low Saturday night's forecast to be down around 23.
Ooh, that's a little chilly. Glad
it is.
Didn't take extra blanket off the bed. Leo says, great show. Keep up the amazing work. Be safe, my friends. God bless all from Lovelessville, Kentucky. Thanks, Leo. We appreciate you. And he's been one of our loyal viewers. He's been on with us for a while, and he's always has kind words to say to us. I appreciate that a lot, Leo. So then let's move on forward. Here is at noon on the 2nd, which is Sunday. And there we're starting to warm up a little bit by 6 p.m. It's getting a little bit warmer, but look out there to the west. Here comes the storm. And
that was just a little puff to beginning. Yeah. The actual storm is coming with that low right there.
Yeah, there it is. This is at noon on March 4th, which is Tuesday. And you can see that's some strong-looking storms. We'll see. Again, don't worry too much. And even the models, they're showing the storms, but they also don't show it. I don't know. They're not really showing a steady line. Scattered at least, but that's a really wound up. Look at the ice bars, how close together they are. So this is going to have snow on the backside. So there is a snow factor, a little bit of a winter factor in it. I don't think it'll get down to us, but let's go ahead forward as we go into midnight. So like you said, by midnight, it looks like most everything is going on out of here. But look at how tight those isobars are. It's going to be windy.
There are definitely going to be some winds howling in behind that.
Yeah, the winds are going to howl. You're going to say, ooh, it's windy out there. Did David Mark say anything about that? Yes, we did. Yeah. And wow, that.
As a matter of fact, they're already forecasting winds here to be from the west-northwest on Wednesday with gusts as high as 30.
Oh, wow. And okay, so this is morning of March 5th. And again, as we move forward, it looks like for the noontime around Wednesday, it looks like we're going to have the 540 line almost right on top of us, so the cold air will be coming in here. Still, it gets down south of us. This is by 6 p.m., and we'll go right back into the cold air. And there's a little snow off. Wouldn't surprise me maybe to see a snowflake or two, Mark. What do you think?
It wouldn't surprise me. They don't really have it in the forecast, but, we've seen that before. They'll have a little bit of an impulse or a little bit of clipper come in behind it and cause a little bit of a snow flurry, and they didn't really forecast it until they get right there at that day.
Right. So let's move on, and there's the next time frame of greater severe threat would be around the 12th. So I'm going to move on forward in this fairly quickly. We got another little storm coming in on the 7th.
Right. It doesn't look like it's got anything with it.
Doesn't have much punch with it there, but then as we move on into the 8th, again, we see the 540 line well south of us. And, good grief. I hate it when I do that. Now I got to go back and reload the whole thing. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I do.
Hang on just a second, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it there. It's kind of changed on me here. All right, I think I got it. This is at midnight, March 8th. I'm going to move forward. Everything okay up there, Mark?
Yeah. I had a phone call come in. I just
okay. All right, so here's the 10th. Now, well, again, the magic day is the 12th. That's what we're going to be watching for. And you can see, look at the isobars starting to wind up. There's a storm forming, and it looks a little bit stronger. It
It
looks like
does.
it's wound up tighter. Uh, this is an intense low pressure. And look,
Yeah.
this looks pretty
The
intense.
heavier storms look like they're farther north
Yep.
than on the system that's
So
coming in Tuesday.
if I were going to be worried about one, this one right here is the one I'd be a little concerned about. This is at 1 a.m. on March 13th. That don't look right. Why does it say 1 a.m. instead of Z or something?
Because it says 1 a.m. because this gives it local time, and we have
Ah,
time change next weekend.
very good. So, yeah, that does look like it's not going to be a long severe event, but it does look like a good probably 6 hours or so anyway to be under the gun. And
Yep.
then look at that cold falling in right behind it. Ah,
Again.
that is a wraparound system. Look at that. So that one right there also is just intense. That's the one I'd be more concerned about than the one we're going to get on Tuesday. So just remember that. Be prepared. It's not going to be it's not going to be something's going to wipe everything out. It's just something to be concerned about. I mean, we are. This is severe season. We're supposed to be having storms like this as winter fights back and doesn't want to give up, and the warmth of spring tries to get in here. So anyway, I just thought you guys like to see that. And of course, let's take a look at our satellite photograph. You can see that, in fact, I think this one is, let me see what time. This is at 3:30. So, it's not too old. And, it's pretty well normal. Let's see what the wind speeds look like here. All right, there is the low right here. I think that's just a low pressure area, isn't it? Or is that part of the polar vortex that broke off?
That's just low pressure
That's
area.
what I thought. Okay. And this one right here, man, that is a strong system. And I wonder if that isn't the
that
one.
may be the system that'll bring our severe weather in
That's what I
on
was
Tuesday.
thinking. Yep.
It's
Yep.
just come. It's just now coming ashore,
Absolutely. So,
or will be shortly.
right. Well, like I said, I wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on, and I didn't want you to be caught unawares because we are going to watch this closely as time goes on, and we want to make sure that everybody is updated, and we're going to keep you updated too. We'll be back on. This is Friday. We'll be back on Sunday. Give you another update. I don't think there'll be no reason to try to do it tomorrow, but
No, and by then we'll have a much better handle on what everything is showing.
yeah,
and exactly where.
And we have folks in here doing some stuff, getting ready to get us prepared for the severe stuff. We got to check our generator, all kinds of things. Shane will be in here, so a lot of folks, a lot of activity behind the scenes you guys don't see in preparation for what may or may not happen. And if it doesn't happen, at least we were prepared for it. So that's the way I like to look at it.
Yep.
Anyway, Tammy Williams says, hello, David Mark. Thanks for the updates and all that y'all do. Trish Horn says, hello, David Mark. Just now joining. I think she caught most of that. Rita Taylor, hi. I caught you live. My hyacinth, buttercups, and tulips are popping up. Some are fixing to freeze their buds. Their buds
Hey,
off.
I believe they are.
Buttercups have blooms, no flowers yet. We don't need no freezing. I'll be honest with you. Most of those flowers you mentioned are pretty cold weather hardy. They can be damaged, but really they survive pretty good as long as they're not out in full bloom and everything. They come through it pretty good. Rita Taylor says, feels like we are in Kansas with Dorothy. That wind is awful. It'll blow your bloomers up. For some reason, a picture popped in my mind. I'm not even going to talk about it, but anyway, yeah, I know what you mean. So anyway, I'm glad to see all of you. It is something. It's a Friday. It's a good day. Let's take a look at some of these cameras. I still haven't made contact with these guys over here. What was the name again there, Mark?
Weather or not, WX or not.
Yeah, so
Wex or not.
if you get a chance, go in there and like their page. There's nothing wrong with that. You can subscribe to them. You can subscribe to them and to me as well. This is looking north. The Walmart is over here to the right. There you can see a little bit of the gas pumps right over there. But this is looking towards the north.
This is the corner between 68 and the bypass that goes around Russellville
Yep.
in that field right there. And yes, it's looking north.
If we were looking the opposite direction, like we were the other day, we could see where the 68 comes into hits the bypass, and you can see. You can even see Roy's Barbecue off in the distance out there. One of my favorite places over there to eat. 68 degrees, so yeah, but you can see that it is blowing out there. I'm going to go down here to one of my other favorite places here in Gold City, Kentucky, just outside of Franklin. And man, it is windy, but it's called Gold City because, you know, I forgot the year, but way back, I want to say in the 1800s, they discovered a vein of gold, and they dug a bunch of it up, and you know what it was? It was
Iron
pyrite.
pyrite.
Yep, iron pyrite, which is fool's gold, but it's been known as Gold City ever since. And but it is a beautiful country. I lived not too far from here, out in the country when I was over there, and still have family up there. And then let's look here at this should be Scottsville, Allen County. And there it is. That's Barren River Reservoir. They've got it zoomed in. I've actually fished off that dock right there. Whew. Brings back some old time memories. But that's a nice lake, actually. You know, I've got some blots out there somewhere. I don't think it's in this.
Somewhere out in
Yeah,
all
somewhere in
those
all
woods.
those woods. I've got a couple of lots, but it's not a big deal. They're undeveloped. So yeah, this is whether or not. And like I said, I think you can subscribe to them. I don't know. I've been trying to reach them, so we've got an email off to them. Hopefully, we'll hear from them soon,
Yeah.
and can talk to them, and maybe, who knows? Things always seem to work out. Let's look at Bowling Green. This 70 degrees there, man, it's hard to believe, but it's because the wind just seems so cool. And the winds there are around 12.5 miles an hour out of the west-northwest. The cold front has moved through. And but this is a nice shot too of downtown Bowling Green, looking to the west because there's the sun getting ready to set. And let's see here. Let's try this camera right here. This is Morgantown, Kentucky, and I've been here to look at those flags flying. They are stretched out like they got a string pulling them. I mean, they're absolutely flying because it's windy there.
Yeah.
And you can see the camera shaking somewhat, but still, it's a nice Friday afternoon on a late winter day. And
Yeah. The last day of February.
it is last day of February, and tomorrow is March 1st, the beginning of meteorological spring. So, yeah, Denise Darnell says she's hoping we get one last good snow. You know, I would say the hopes are fading for that now. I was thinking that there was a chance that, for this storm. Actually, this storm here might have snow on the backside, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Rita Taylor, don't even say that. She says, "Fish, I'm hungry." Yeah, because I mentioned fishing off that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what? When severe weather like this is coming in, it always concerns me, and I can't stress the importance of having a storm shelter. If you are living out there in the country, you don't want to take off and take your family 3 o'clock in the morning somewhere off in town or a certified shelter. If you had one just outside your door there, right there in your yard, your very own storm shelter, just think how nice it would be. And you can get one that is beautiful, and these guys are getting busy now, so if you are interested, you better talk to them. So take a look at this. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And you know, they don't have the inside of those. I mean, you furnish them yourself, but you know, if they were mine, I'd put me a bench or even a little cot down in there and just I'd have something. It'd be really nice. But yeah, it'd be nothing like having the knowledge that your family's going to be safe and you got a safe place to go without having to get out in the drive somewhere to a shelter. When you got something like that. And Denise Darnell says, my new home will have one right outside my door going into the garage. Denise, you definitely need to call these guys at Mid-South
Yep.
Storm Shelters because they will do you right. And I believe they're about to start a thing. You mentioned our page. They may, I don't know, they may give you a deal on the storm shelter. Just talk to them about it, see what they say. Also, don't want to forget Michael Vance Contracting and Roofing, 270-707 Roof. If it's a commercial roof or a residential roof, it doesn't matter. They can do any of them, and they are really good at what they do. I'm telling you, they got over 20 years of experience, and I'm telling you, you can tell it too whenever you talk to them. So give Michael Vance a call, and he'll be glad to talk to you about any problem you got. He also owns Lakeside Campground Marina. Visit lakesidecampground.com. There's the website there. And we don't want to forget our friend Katie Moyer, who has some of the best salve. Oh, my goodness. Take a look at this. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hip Works Hip Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And you know, the online store is up and going. We're making improvements to it, especially on the shopweatherandwisdom.com store. With apparel, they're getting the new designs in. They should have them in an online hopefully sometime next week. And that includes the Thunder Buddy and the Snow Buddy shirts and, you know, my personal favorite, the I Love David Powell shirt. I mean, that's people wanted it, so I don't know. I guess they got it. So anyway, so let's see what else they got. They got all kinds of stuff: hoodies, they got jackets, they got shirts. If they ain't got it, you don't need it. That's the best way to put it. Anyway, yep. So give those guys a call at the storm shelters. I think you will really be glad you did because they are absolutely the best and the best designed. Love it to pieces. So anyway, okay, Mark. So let's go run down the real quick. Well, I tell you what, we got to do one thing for our good friend Linda McElrath.
We got to go out to Mount Shasta. We'll stop in Iowa first.
Absolutely. It's Spirit Lake. Let's see what it looks like up there. It's 50 degrees, so the lake it's melting.
Look how mushy that ice is looking.
It's melting.
It is.
Yeah, so
I was looking at it a little bit closer on the camera earlier, and there's some of those spots where you can see all the way down through the ice.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. It won't be long. Once that ice melts and breaks up, then they'll return the little docks and the thatched huts, and it'd be so much fun. You people in bathing suits and jumping in the water. And okay, anyway, you get the picture. Still 50 degrees there.
Yeah.
So let's move on here. Let's go on out here to the west. Let's go and look at our favorite place, Mount Shasta. Linda McElrath, where are you? I know you're out there somewhere. Here we go, Mount Shasta. Beautiful shot.
Man, isn't that pretty?
It is. This is let me go out and just say, okay, it's 68 degrees. Wow, that's nice. So yeah, it is beautiful.
Same temperature as it is here.
Yeah, it sure is. In fact, it's kind of windy there too. So it's kind of windy. It feels a lot like it does Mount Shasta out there. And there's Linda. I knew she'd be on. She's, oh yeah. And Linda, did you know this is where they have, what is it they call the paranormal activity or something?
It's probably the most paranormal mountain in the country, I think.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I'll have to go back and do some reading on it. I didn't know all that. Somebody mentioned that to us the other day. Oh, yeah, this is where they have all the paranormal activity. I guess if we were to look at this at nighttime, you might see strange lights floating around the mountain or something. I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about it till just now and just the other day. Anyway, so Rita Taylor said hello to Amy. So I don't know, Amy, if you're watching, say hello back to Rita Taylor. And gosh, it makes me just, I want to sit in the sun and just look at that. It is beautiful.
Yep.
And so anyway, all right, I guess, you can't stay forever on this, although I enjoy watching this camera here because it is just a gorgeous shot. And you get to look down on the world here and see everything. This is
now we need to go back to the mountains on this side of the country.
Yeah, I guess so. So anyway, it was nice. So now let's go back to our mountains over here as we go down to our favorite place, Irwin, Tennessee, and Pinnacle Tower. Ooh wee, it's windy up there on Pinnacle Tower. And look at the
It
mountains.
certainly is.
This is Irwin, Tennessee, nestled down here in the valley. And there's the interstate. You see traffic of. Ah, they're having a big earthquake. No, I'm just kidding. That's the wind. The wind is shaking the camera pretty good though, so they're getting some high winds. Let's see what the wind speed is. Well, it says 6.8, so that can't be right. But it's 51 degrees, so still, it's a pretty decent shot. I do want to look out at Burnsville, North Carolina, which is just across the mountains a little bit. And here it is, 63 degrees. And it's a little airstrip here. There's a little airplane there. Okay, they're fixed to go down, so let me get off. No, they came back. But you can see that's a beautiful shot. Yeah, they're gone. That's it.
It was.
it really was. It's a pretty shot. But anyway, but they have trouble there with that one. I guess because there's, I don't know if I look at it, they got some tall peaks around them, so they must be.
They're probably getting quite a bit of wind there, too. Then.
Yeah, I would say so. Look at all these peaks up through here. Wow. Anyway. I just thought it was interesting. I get lost and think about things like this every now and then. Wonder if there's any place we can go in and see anybody kick back, sitting on the shore of the ocean, and I don't see a camera one down here in the great state of Florida. Used to be before all the hurricanes came in and wiped them out.
Yeah, it's like they would pop up and then they'd be gone within a week.
Every time a hurricane comes by or something, or a tropical storm even. I can look at this little buoy out here in the ocean and see what it looks like. You can at least see the ocean. So that's the Atlantic Ocean you're seeing. And the camera is live. It's just rotating it has 4 cameras on it, so it has to go between all the different cameras. And it's, the sea temperature there is 73 degrees. So the air temperature is 66, well, I might as well say 67. So it's still pretty chilly. And don't see anything out of that way up this way. There was one. Let's go down here to Pascagoula and see what it looks like. Jackson County Emergency Management, 67.1 degrees. Is the camera going to come up? Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so maybe you're not going to. It's going to. Okay, we'll give it 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and a go. And a go. Okay.
Nope.
Not going to happen today. So, anyway, I don't see anything else along the shoreline there that makes me want to stop and look at it. You know, they ought to have some cameras up in some of these places. I bet that'd be pretty sharp. Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, there's nothing. But I guess I can understand why. What is this? Broussard, Louisiana. Cajun country. Well, traffic's moving along pretty good. Again, it's a Friday afternoon. It's much warmer there. What is the temperature? 73 degrees. So it's a very pleasant temperature. Winds are not too high. Yeah, that looks like a great evening to go home, kick back and relax and get ready for the weekend because it's Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's Friday. Dawn Hinton is saying hello from Hermitage, Tennessee. Hey, Dawn. And Amanda Camp says, hey, guys, beautiful day in Callaway. It's so windy, I thought I saw a cow flying. For those of you who don't know, Amanda is a spotter and a storm interceptor, and she has the flying cows ingrained in her mind, just like a lot of the rest of us do. But anyway, just thought you guys would like to say hello, and good to see you there, Amanda. And let's see here. Well, I guess we're getting close. I do want to look right up here close to it at Massac EMA. This is that the Ohio River, I think? Yeah, Ohio
The
River.
Ohio River, yeah.
Yeah, right next, close to Paducah. And this is actually, what's the city? Metropolis.
Metropolis,
Yep.
Illinois.
Yep. So anyway, the sun's getting ready to set there, and everything's kind of silhouetted against the backdrop of the sun. 68 degrees there, and let's look at our friends at UT Martin. And another beautiful evening. as the sun is starting to set. And Mark, I tell you, oh, Rita's done it. She started it. You know what you're saying? Cajun foods,
Cajun
shrimp, fish,
food.
and crab and steak. Oh, okay, Rita, I got the hint. We're getting hungry, so we're going to get ready to get off here. We've been on for about 40 minutes now, and but we just want to tell you that we think the world of you. We're glad you've been on with us, and we've enjoyed visiting you with you. And hopefully that I wouldn't worry too much about the severe that's coming yet. It's still several days out. A lot of things can change, and probably will. So we'll just stay on top of it and let you know when anything else comes along. And hopefully then you'll say, hey, Dave and Mark were right. It's not too much to worry about. So let's hope it won't be. A lot of things can change. Yeah, it's typical this time of year to get severe weather. Some, and it doesn't mean it's just going to be destructive, but, that does happen. Okay, so, Mark, you got any last words you want to say?
Everyone, it's going to be a cool weekend and a breezy weekend, but try to have a good one, and we'll see you again Sunday night.
Absolutely, and if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye.